All right, what do we got? Penny Hardaway, John Stockton. Oh, we got Penny Hardaway, Eddie Jones, Tatum, Nowitzki. Okay. Stockton, McCollum, Shrimp, McGinnis, Chamberlain.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Downtown San Antonio, Texas, this bridge spans the Riverwalk, not too far from our location tonight. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jersey. Tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And
Greg Popovich.
David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Here in the late stages of March, the range for teams in the power rankings has really solidified. Taking a look at Toronto, they couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, the Celtics, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will. And that could change, though, at any moment.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Hey, Kevin, you may recall that in 2014, the Spurs played maybe the 3 most perfect games in finals history. With passing and three-point shooting, they vanquished the Heat and inspired a new wave. Brett Brown, who was then a Spurs assistant, said Greg Popovich had a name for it. Summertime. As in, the game's flowing, good shot's a great one, and there it is. It's summertime. Kevin?
That's a terrific story. David, thank you. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels.
Mining away in this Minecraft day,
anything
so
as far as
beautiful.
rough travel.
Oh.
But you're right. It takes
Sounds
a toll.
like so much
Players are well
fun.
accustomed to navigating
So
the
much
cadence
fun.
and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Tatum. Nowitzki is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Jones in at the shooting guard. And for the Spurs, McGinnis out there with Strength. Then there's John Stockton. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's McCollum in at the 2. So the wing on the left. Here's McGinnis. Over Nowitzki. McGinnis' shot is off. The Celtics on offense. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
You know, when you only see a team twice a year.
Jay, what is your favorite game? Like all time? Or like currently? All time? I really like Borderlands 2. Crazy enough, I really like that game. I don't know, Halo 2 multiplayer was pretty awesome. Halo 1 multiplayer was pretty awesome.
To really get a good understanding of who they are or a good feel for them. And oftentimes that can lead to a series split.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Tatum passes to Jones.
Ah, shit.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Porzingis for a 3. E.J. McCollum with the rebound. Hardaway against Stockton. Inside.
Damn, I'm playing like a bot. Halo. Yeah, those are pretty good games. Halo and Borderlands are pretty good.
Share the ball. He does it with such a
And these 2
calm,
first possessions have been a mess.
And always looking for the open man.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were
Favorite
saying
Call
you
of Duty
used
of
to
all
feature
time?
media for him when he stopped playing.
No doubt.
Man.
Spoke up quickly about the seriousness
I think
of the virus when they were playing.
Modern
He's
Warfare
very
2
knowledgeable,
maybe?
Shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
It's stolen by Jones. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer.
And Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, boy, what a terrific.
Oh, that's your favorite too? Yeah, I forgot about that. Dude, that was your favorite, right?
Excellent job finding the open man.
Now here's McCollum. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
Oh, damn, little cross. Yeah, you're so addicted to that game? Nice.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Porzingis inside. Chamberlain on him. Back to Hardaway. Another shot. Rebound
What?
by Wilt Chamberlain.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
They honestly not. I'm addicted to that game. They honestly need to do a multiplayer remaster. That sounds pretty cool.
Collin passes to Chamberlain. Now Stockton. Chamberlain down low.
Damn.
Good.
Hey, tell you what, when it comes to rebounding now, there's the towering presence of Wilt and the willingness to engage in the fight.
That man's a big boy right there, Wilt Chamberlain. That's a big boy.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
Here's what San Antonio's going
Come on,
to
boys.
do
Get
now.
that free throw line.
And
It's
here's
taking you so
checked in
long.
for McGinnis. Kukoc comes in for deadlift strength. And it's Terry in for Stockton.
Hey, we all know this. It's no secret. I mean, one of the areas of Wilt's game that's below average is free throw shooting.
Now here is Hardaway. A 14-point game for him in the win against Washington.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
Here's Tatum. Offensive rebound. Nowitzki. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Really imperative that you put a body on Nowitzki. I mean, he's just too big and talented close to the rim.
McCollum against Tatum. McCollum passes to Terry.
Damn.
Nice feed
How the hell of a
from
pick.
McCollum.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Terry against Hardaway. Pass to Nowitzki. Tatum on the wing. Count that one.
You know, guys, Tatum's ability to rise into his jump shot makes him hard to defend for just about all defenders.
McCollum kicks to Terry. McCollum against Jones. And the
Come on.
McCollum.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is
It's that
something to
defense.
behold.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
And that one was all about offensive execution. Running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
A different look now for San Antonio. Curry's checked in for Chamberlain, and Petrovic subbed in for McCollum. 56 seconds left in the first. Here's Serbiak. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here's Petrovic.
Damn it.
Takes
Come on,
the assist
boys.
and lays it in.
Pay attention.
Pass nicely.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is Smith. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Yeah, I just love the leadership that Willis brings to this team. He's a guy players look up to. A
Nah,
powerful
man,
center who
180p.
just continues to impress.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
10P.
Not
What the
best
hell?
statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Petrovic. Hughes covering. Petrovic with the pass to Terry. And he
Come
gets
on,
it to go.
man.
Oh, this is
The
the
defense on Jason Terry right now.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Smith. Here's Hughes. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Can't leave anybody open around Smith. I mean, he finds them quickly. Love his court awareness.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Spurs lead by 3. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
Kind of whack right now. I give up 18 points in that first quarter. That's not good. We gotta get that on the wraps. On the wraps.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
T-shirt cannon.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Celtics trail by 3. On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Larry Hughes is out there with Smith. Then it's O'Neal. It's Camby, and it's Serbiak in at the 3.
Easy.
The small forward.
Easy.
In terms of acquiring the types of players you like, Greg, which front offices have you evaluated that really lead the way?
It's a great.
Come on, what's up with...
I think coming off the
God damn, it's
dynasty,
Terry's
and
like on fire.
If you ask Golden State, they'll tell you they're still in the midst of it. I think they do a terrific job.
I just missed.
The Celtics are right at the top too, though. Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens are in sync with what they do and how they develop players, but also how they find those diamonds in the rough. And let's give a shout out to Toronto with what they've done over the last 5 or 6 years. They've created a level of excellence there that has them on the same path as some of the best teams in our league.
A lot of good GMs out there. Danny Ainge of Boston, you talked about them. Probably one of the
That was
best.
bad defensive possession, but I got away with it.
3. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. On the wing, it's Larry Hughes. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And San Antonio shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. They grabbed their own miss. And there's the basket. Whistle
Struggling right now.
Play, going to the line for 1.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. McGinnis, he's checked in for Lambeer. Strength comes in for Curry. Jay McCollum, he's checked in for Petrovic. And it's Stockton in for Jason Terry.
Well, you know he's feeling it when he's taking these kinds of shots, guys. Tatum, very confident with his stroke.
Ooh, we got it.
With the steal. Tatum on the wing. Yes, and it's Hardaway.
Tatum on fire, baby. Let's go.
Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's McCollum. He has 6. Now Stockton. 4 on the clock. Fires at the elbow. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Austin's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And here's Tatum for 3.
Ooh.
Can't hit that one. And the
That was a
Spurs
heat
going
check.
the
That was a
other way
heat
now.
check.
Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And they take the lead. Jones has got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why.
Let's
they've
go,
been able
baby.
to get
5P.
these
What's
looks.
5P?
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
San Antonio making a switch here. Chamberlain's checked in. Now here's McCollum. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
Damn, there you go,
See the
Porzingis.
mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Celtics on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Stockton against Hardaway. Left side, Tatum. Here's Porzingis. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. And now a 4-point Celtic lead.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
McCollum against Jones. McCollum kicks to Schrempf. Here's McGinnis. It's
Damn,
good for
okay.
second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Boston.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Spurs trail by 4. Pass to McCollum. Lets it go from 14. It's rebounded by Camby.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
2 on the clock. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Yeah, that mismatch. You got to take advantage of that
High
mismatch.
percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
McCollum against Hughes. McCollum with the ball. The 3. No good that time. And so it's Boston. With a
Defense
6-point
came
lead
up
at
big
the
in the
end of
second quarter. Let's
Their
go.
Shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Pop. Facing a deficit in the second half, what do you tell your guys?
I think we just moved the ball a little bit. We were just on the dribble a little bit too much, and they've got a lot of pressure out there, so the ball's got to move.
Pop, thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They flipped the switch in the second quarter. It was a much better performance than in the first quarter, and their lead is now 6.
Jason Terry was on
What's your
fire
take
in
on
that quarter.
Boston so
That
far?
first half.
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing a much better brand of basketball. That bodes well for them the rest of the way.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
It's hard to believe they're still in the game, the way they play defense. I do believe in miracles. They're allowing over 60% shooting from the field. Listen, I bet the coach is giving them a very strong lecture right now.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Chamberlain is out there with McGinnis. Then it's Schrempf. Then there's McCollum. And it's Stockton in at the 1. So that's a great Popovich starts the second half. Now here's McCollum. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was a
You can't let Porzingis just walk right down the middle of the court.
He's still got plenty of upside.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now here's Stockton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Damn, that was easy.
So one free throw.
Shouldn't have jumped.
Yeah, Shrimp showing you some nice awareness there. And he's dependable when it comes to finding his open teammates.
Celtics leading by 3. And here is Hardaway. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. And it goes down 2 points.
Tatum puts himself in really good position with his footwork. Fundamentally sound. He's on fire right now.
Jones against
The hell? They're getting to the free throw line like crazy.
It's on Porzingis.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Lambeer's checked in for McGinnis. Petrovic is checked in for Detlef Schrempf.
Okay.
And it's Terry in for Stockton. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Ah!
Stolen by Terry. And now here comes Terry leading the break. And here's McCollum for 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Right. Now they're on fire in the fourth quarter.
A good way to start the second half.
Hardaway against Terry. And Jones has it in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got assist number 8 now on the night.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 14.
What the hell?
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Hardaway against Terry. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And here is Nowitzki. Jones trying to get open. And the shot is good from Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his second bucket.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Chamberlain dishes to Terry. It's blocked. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum leading the charge. Outside, Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Terry with the ball for San Antonio. Hardaway with the steal. One-on-one here. Nowitzki for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Chamberlain got 6 rebounds now in the game. McCollum against Porzingis. Can he keep it going? Up again.
Damn, nice putback.
Puts it back up and in. Chamberlain got it all.
Nice putback
for the Spurs.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
And the Spurs with some changes. Kukoc comes in for Petrovic. And Curry subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Boston. Willis, he checked in for Porzingis. Hughes comes in for Jones. And Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Nowitzki, the pass to Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hey, you got to know the scouting report. Tatum is always looking to attack. I mean, he's great at drawing contact on his way to the rim.
For Boston, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last
Ooh,
season.
big miss.
Second
Big
free
miss.
throw, no good.
Even with the miss, you got the big one there to put him in front.
To the paint. This is it to Lambeer. Now here's Curry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. On the wing, Kukoc. 5 to shoot.
Man, I lost. Defense got lost.
How about the shot selection of Tony Kukoc and threat to sink the 3-ball? You got to chase him off of that line.
Nowitzki outside. Tatum looking around.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still
Shit!
close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Great teamwork punctuated by
Man.
a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Nowitzki. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
And, you know, we know Nowitzki is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Does a fabulous job measuring up these shots.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Count
that. Jason Terry's killing me.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Terry against Smith. In the corner. Tatum with it. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 16 points for him.
Tatum doing a nice job recognizing when to let it fly and when not to. A very capable threat from outside the arc.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for San Antonio. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. A chance now.
That was a big shot. That was a nice play. I found Tatum in the corner.
The only difference is competitiveness. Stick with the strategy, stick with each other. Long night. Keep competing, keep pounding, keep pounding. Ain't about any one person. It's about us and how we do.
Banding together the guys. Greg Popovich preaching toughness and unity.
Yeah, and Pop really zeroes in on the fight. He's one of those guys, if you don't play your hardest, you don't play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Our fourth
Terry's a
quarter
problem.
Presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Boston. Tatum out there with Porzingis. Then it's Larry Hughes, and it's Smith, and it's Nowitzki in at the center position. Porzingis is double. And here's Tatum for 3. They get it back. Not as good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Stockton against Smith. Stockton passes to McGinnis. Tries again. Some solid D from Nowitzki.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Smith outside. Out to Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Nowitzki left side. Over Kukoc. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Porzingis. 8 points for Nowitzki.
And Nowitzki doesn't shy away from contact now. He's experienced and he's clever at
That was a big play. That was a big play. Big shot.
The defense.
Shot clock was running down. Needed to hit that.
To talk it over. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
Chamberlain's checked in for the Spurs. Collum comes in for Jason Terry. Then for the Celtics, Jones comes in for Larry Hughes. Hardaway is subbed in for Smith. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
The pass to McGinnis. McCollum feeling it out a bit. it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Down low. Here's Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
That was a big defensive
there's an
play right
example
there.
of good defense beating good offense.
Banked in off the glass. And now a 3-point Celtic lead.
3-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Let's see if we can hold on to this.
He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments.
McCollum right side. And count it from 19 feet away. McCollum's got 12 points here in the second half.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Let's go. Nowitzki's exhausted.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Jason Terry is checked in for John Stockton. So
Big free throws, baby. Big free throws.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 1:41 left in the game. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Penny Hardaway.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Terry with it, picked up by Nowitzki. Nice
Damn.
shot by Terry.
And that's
That man's
right.
on
In his
fire
game,
right now.
Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
To the left wing. Nowitzki finds Tatum.
Oh, are you kidding me? And Tatum is really good at bouncing off the defense. Again, playing through contact and knocking down shots despite getting bumped and thumped on his way to the hoop.
To get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Terry against Hardaway. Pass to McGinnis. There's the feed to Chamberlain. And he banks in the layup.
Well, right there on display, the power and body control of big Wilt Chamberlain. He just shrugs off contact as if it doesn't even exist.
Nowitzki wide open, he fires. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot. And that point was a gift. I mean, it's never really smart to get teed up, but in a game that's this close, boy, that really hurts.
.58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tatum kicks to Nowitzki. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect
Shit.
from here on out. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And here's
There we go. We need a bucket
They
here.
lead by 1. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Nowitzki against McGinnis. Now here is Hardaway. He's covered closely. The Celtics working the ball around now. Can't hit from in close. San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 20 seconds.
I did not want to throw that ball down.
Your thoughts?
I wanted to shoot it with dirt.
See what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
Terry, the pass to McGinnis. Up top, Chamberlain. To the middle.
Get out!
Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what,
Get out of here!
Great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intention.
I don't know how I blocked that. Holy
The foul,
shit.
But I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And, you know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
Yeah, those free throws.
He made it! He caught it!
Big time!
Wow!
What a shot! Just when you think the game is over, he's able to knock it down from deep.
Unbelievable. And sending it to OT on that kind of buzzer beater will give them, I think, a huge lift heading into the extra session.
And that's
Did you just hit a full court shot to tie the
we
game?
are headed to overtime.
What the hell?
Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And so off the tip, it's Boston. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got C.J. McCollum, Shrimp out there with McGinnis. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's Terry in at point guard. Hardaway against Terry. The shot's good from McGinnis. McGinnis has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense. That's exactly why they turn to Porzingis here, guys. They trust him to step up in big moments.
Here's McCollum. Shot is good off the back.
Nobody's missing anything right now.
22.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Tatum. Fires from the wing. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. 26 points for him.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 2. A minute 50 left to play in the first overtime. Now, as we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. To the inside, Chamberlain, and he floats in for the easy 2.
That was my fault.
On that one.
Yep, on the interior, Wilt's enormous size. Just too much to overcome, and certainly something that can't be taught.
The pass to Nowitzki. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Even during huge possessions, Nowitzki excellent at finding ways to score because he
Nice.
always stays in the moment.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Spurs trail by 4. Here's Terry. Chamberlain kicks to Schrempf. Back to Chamberlain. McCollum outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And when it matters most, The coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Here's Hardaway. Money!
Just the kind of play
nobody's playing defense right now.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Hardaway against Terry. Over Hardaway. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just one.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, those hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Ah!
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work.
Oh my God, what a
He's
block.
earning his pay, for sure.
Jones kicks to Hardaway. And Terry over to help. Jones, no one around him. Buries it from outside.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide.
So I got
to
Eddie
talk it
Jones's release
They
on
trail it
lock.
by 4. 16 seconds left in overtime. What do you think, guys?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
McGinnis the pass to Stockton. There's the 3. And Tatum pulls it down. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny. And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin
Just
Harlan.
tucking away
Thanks
my
for
new
watching this presentation of the NBA
control
on
wire.
2K Sports.
It was like underneath
We'll
my
see you
foot,
later.
which is a bad spot. All right, well, that was a big shot blocked by Penny, huh? Holy shit.